Just because something is organic does not mean that it is necessarily healthy. Today we're going to talk about all the hidden names for sugars, where it hides in common healthy foods, and how much sugar is too much. Hi, I'm Stacey Maedge, nutritional therapy practitioner and owner here at Gut Check Nutritional Therapy. We all know that sugar is in absolutely everything. We may just be looking for the word sugar in the ingredient label, but do you know that there are so many different names for sugar out there? So things like dextrose, maltodextrin, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, maltose, molasses, those are all names for sugar that you need to look for when you're reading an ingredient label. So how much sugar is too much? So it all depends on your age and your sex. So men, you should not consume any more than 37 grams of sugar in a day. Women, your limit is 25 grams of sugar. Now with kids, we break it down into age groups. Kids age 4 to 6 should not consume more than 19 grams of sugar in a day. Kids age 7 to 10 should not exceed 24 grams of sugar in a day. And kids 11 and above, they're right there in the same category as women at 25 grams of sugar in a day. So that may not mean much to you now, but we're going to look at some common food items here, some of them that are seemingly healthy, and just see how many grams of sugar are in each. First up, we've got some Chobani Greek yogurt. A lot of people start their day with a whopping 16 grams of sugar on here. So I look at the ingredient label, a serving size is 1 container. The amount of sugar is listed here as 16 grams for 1 serving. A lot of people down that whole thing, maybe along with some apple walnut oatmeal. This has 22 grams of sugar in this entire container, which is a serving. Here are some organic toaster pastries, not your classic Pop-Tarts, which are full of chemicals, but these are the Nature's Path organic frosted berry strawberry toaster pastries. So it's an interesting ingredient list because it does have a lot of interesting names for sugar. So yes, it does list cane sugar, but there's also invert cane sugar. It's got some dextrose, it's got molasses and honey. So 1 serving is 1 pastry. Nobody eats just 1 pastry. They come in a pack of 2, right? So 1 pastry is 19 grams of sugar. So multiply that by 2, there you go. We've got some Newman's Own organic dried cranberries. This whole box is a serving, that's 18 grams of sugar. Here's some vitamin water. A lot of people think this is really healthy for them. This whole thing is a serving and it's got 32 grams of sugar in it. Here's some fruit juice, sweetened lemonade, right? It's organic, it's gotta be good for you, right? This one little box is a serving, 26 grams of sugar, you guys. So if you've got a 7 to 10-year-old, this exceeds their sugar limit for one day in this one little box. Here's a Cliff Bar. This is the Cool Mint and Chocolate. This has 22 grams of sugar in it. And then here's just a Larabar, which is a strawberry chocolate chip, and this has 18 grams of sugar in it. Next up, we've got a little box of Lucky Charms. This has 17 grams of sugar in it. So this lemonade has more sugar than the Lucky Charms. We've got a little thing of mini M&Ms. This is 1 serving, and 1 serving is 32 grams of sugar. Here's some organic dye-free Gatorade. It's totally clear, it's not that neon color, but it is organic, right? Which means it's good for you, right? No, it's got 29 grams of sugar. This whole thing is 1 serving. And then of course you've got your Red Bull. This is 27 grams of sugar right there. Sour Patch Kids, there are 2 servings of this, and each serving has 26 grams of sugar in it, you guys. Snickers bar, this is just the regular size, not the king size. This has 27 grams of sugar. Again, 26, 27. Not much difference. And then here is one little thing of maple syrup. This is 1 serving, this tiny little container, 88 grams of sugar in this tiny little thing. And then of course you've got your Pepsi. This is 1 serving now. I don't know how this is 1 serving anymore, but this has 69 grams of sugar in it. I share all this information with you guys just to help you be more aware of how much sugar is in everyday stuff that we use all the time, that we feed our families, we feed ourselves, that we snack on, whatever. It's in everything and it's in high amounts. All I want you guys to pull from this is just to understand how much sugar you should not exceed in a day and start counting. Start looking at your labels. Start counting how many grams you're actually getting in a day and try to reduce that. So if you found this information useful, please just comment below or push that little heart button just to like it, because the more you guys do that, the more of our CalFit community gets to see it and benefit from it. See you guys next week.